And for those of you who don't want spoilers, too bad, because the results of the blue bracket from the other day are here, and it is Nedu moving on into the semifinals today. We got a hover 3 from Noodle and a hover 3 from Huffulufugus, so let us get this underway. 3, 2, 1, Tetris, red bracket, Huff versus Noodle, CTM Masters January 2022. All right, and I gotta look. I have to not look at chat. It's very important. I'll get some very upset Israelis, you know, whatever, coming after me there. All right, Huff already with a cover over his well. Gonna have to burn that down. Noodle kind of in an early drought and building up super high, so neither player with what you would call an optimal board. Huff gonna burn all this away though. Oh my word. Noodle finally gets the long bar for the Tetris. 34,000. Huff built up. What are these seeds, man? And finally, first Tetris on the board for Huffulufugus. Those are you. These are roller seeds, right? Where you just keep on building. You know, you don't need a long bar. You build up a million miles in the sky, right? Only rollers, and the most elite of tappers can do that. So there you go. Huffulufugus, of course, the roller. Noodle, the tapper. Noodle, one of our holdouts here, still playing at a high level on keyboard and on emulator. And still allowed here in Classic Tetris Monthly. I have no plans to change that. A lot of the other events have decided, oh no, no keyboards, no this or that. I think we've only had one keyboard player ever win, right? Out of, what, this is our 5th year now? So I'm not convinced keyboard is such a huge advantage that it needs to be banned. But other events have seen fit to do that. And I want to keep this accessible to the entire world, where they may not have the hardware that we have in the United States. 156 for Huffulufugus, 156 for Noodle, so neck and neck bang Tetris for Huffulufugus. Noodle gonna get one bang, so keeping pace with each other, same line count. There's another one for Huff, and another one for Noodle. Oh, my clock, my watch just decided to tell me what time it is. Unbidden. No, I didn't ask it to tell me, but apparently it's 4:13 p.m. here. So thank you, Siri. Oh, Pumpy Heart with the $20, and you can look at the top right, $20 contribution to the Matcherino prize pool. That's not necessary. Now my employees are contributing. You don't need to do that, but thank you, Pumpy Heart. All right, Tetris for Noodle, 227, 294 for Huffulufugus. Of course, Huff sporting the. Here, we'll see. We don't need to see Huff's head so much. We don't need your head in here. Let's see the rolling here. There you go. Yeah, who cares about the person? They're just their play style now. Isn't that weird how some of the, I don't know, some of the commentary, the early commentary, even in CTWC, it was like, dog versus rolling. Well, you know, there's a player there. It's not just some disembodied play style. It doesn't matter who it is, right? It's like, yeah. Dog versus rolling. All right, 365 Huff, 350 for Noodle. So players, you know, medium pace, as Adam Sandler might say. Oh, got a misdrop for, not kind of, definite misdrop for Huffulufugus with that T. So that's going to require some extra burns. Gunter saying, yes, playstyles coming out of the platonic realm to play. That's right, emerging from the world of forums down into the cave, the shadowy cave below. Dog versus rolling. I always thought that was funny. All right, 407 for Huffulufugus, 466 for Noodle. Oh, Uli223 with a $31 contribution. Thank you so much. Kind of make those a little bit bigger. Those Matcherino alerts. So I'm going to make those a little tiny bit larger. There we go. 420 from Taylor is Green. Thank you so much. And the prize pool will build. All right, 556 from Noodle. 419 from Huff, just a Tetris away from the transition, which he's going to get. And now he's got a little bit of awkward cleanup to do on top of his level 19 board. And looking for just that right piece so he can avoid covering that gap. And he's going to do that. So some good burning here to keep his board in order from Huff, not getting into too much trouble. 450 from him, so relatively low transition here for Masters. And Tetris for Huff. Look at him piling pieces over to the left. That height is incredible, and most tappers can't do that. So there you go. Huff able to build high on 19 level speed. I mean, it may as well be 18. Huff taking the triple here to knock that stack back down, maybe getting a little bit uncomfortable with the height. So we're going to take the triple. I like it. Good tournament strats. So there you go. We're at 632.24. I want to thank everybody for contributing to the prize pool. Incredible. Oh, Wall Bant with a see, look at that, sponsor quest. All right, Huff getting up a little bit high. Another safety triple. And Tetris for Huff. Huff at 645, Noodle at 765. So healthy 120,000 point lead for Noodle. Delicious, healthy noodles. All right, Huff setting up here. And bang, Tetris 705. So trying to close the gap. Huff, though, Noodle going to get a Tetris. And one of the dynamics here as we head into 25 is, Huff should have, theoretical unlimited ability to play post 29. So this would imply that you would take fewer risks and value survival more than you would than if you couldn't play 29. So we'll see how that dynamic plays out. All right, Noodle taking the triple here. 93,000 for Noodle here on 26. 812 for Huffulufugus. Yeah, at this point, you can't even say people are on a certain pace. Maitre Wietian with a $15 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much. Here we are, 27. Noodle with the million points, the max out into 28 here. Huff at 856. And this would be quite the chase down from Huff to get there. But, early, a long time ago, back in the day, we would have been like, oh, well, all he can do is just try to play his best. And Noodle kind of getting in trouble, trying to set up for that one last Tetris. Some nifty burns to get there, and he's going to get that one last Tetris and a single into 29. See what he can do. He's got one more Tetris set up on the right, and he can't get it. He's going to top out at A57, and here we go. Let's see what Huffulufugus is able to do. Needs to get to A58. This is a chase down of 160,000 points past what was once called the kill screen. It's still called the kill screen, lovingly. So here we go. I'll try not to make any weird animal noises while this is happening. Oh, and Huff with kind of the misdrops here, and this is not going to work, but into 31, 919. Noodle's going to get the heart. All right, hover threes from both players. Let us go ahead and count it down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Let me bring up the Matcherino, and that way I can keep up to date on anybody I missed. All right, Huff already starting out again in a little bit of a weird situation, but should clear away fairly easily. Tetris number 2 for Huff, 49,000. Noodle at 45. And Noodle here setting up some tucks. He's going to spin that J piece here. And he's going to take the spin. He is going to spin that S piece in there, and he is ready for a Tetris. And Huff again with some gaps here. Looking a little unsteady through the first couple of games, but still early in game 2. And Noodle with the Tetris, 96,000. All right, Tetris Huff 144. All right, Huff building up high over on the left. Just content to opportunistically build out the right as the right pieces come. And building up very high on the left. And there we go, Tetris ready finally for Huff. Noodle. Fairly high above the next box board. Gonna get a Tetris to knock that down. Huff now waiting for the long bar, gets it. Bang, Tetris 172. 199 for Noodle. Noodle getting set up again with that T. And bang, Tetris. So, players within 5,000 points of each other and 1 line of each other. So that's what you would call neck and neck. One player's neck is lined up almost perfectly with another player's neck, I guess. I guess that makes sense if you're horses, right? But they're not horses. They are humans, as far as we know. 267 for Huffulufugus. 290 for Noodle. I did not ask you. Well, I don't know what Man Siri is telling me here. Noodle setting up the intentional Z spin, and he's going to miss it. So shades of Nenu in the blue brackets. And that's going to set him back a few lines here. I don't know why Man Siri is telling me what time it is. I did not ask. Welcome, Kingsman, into chat. 359 Huff, 340 for Noodle. Noodle with the high Galumba tower right in the middle of the stack. All right. And this is going to allow Huff to get back into the lead. Man Siri. I know. I don't know. I did not ask him to tell me what time it is, but he's telling me. All right, Noodle still admired in a dig, and this has allowed Huff to build out a lead of almost 60,000 points. All right, folks are still doing their sponsor quests in Matcherino. Thank you so much, everybody. And oh, it is a new year, so don't forget, if you have a Twitch Prime sub, you can use it on this channel. Why not? Noodle's still digging, and now Huff is up 70,000 or 60, yeah, 70,000 points. Decent pace here through 109 lines. Getting up high, though, is Huff. Okay, holding on for the long bar and gets it. And Noodle still admired in this dig. It's shocking that he isn't further behind than he is just with how long he's been in this dig. Oh, that misshift on the tee is going to set him back even further. He was primed with the next long bar to burn this away, but oh my word. So quite a setback for Noodle. 419 here, 123 lines taking, could potentially be an awkward stack into 19. Huff set up 555, one line till transition, and Noodle's going to be in struggle mode, and he's like, nope, this is just not going to happen. He's going to top out, and Huff is going to take this one. So Huffulufugus, you are solidly ahead and safe for game 2. You can top out. Chunky T-Spin asks, is Masters the only bracket with a prize pool? Yes. It would not make sense to me, honestly, for someone in like Challengers to win money where somebody in Masters did not. And of course, that would lead to a situation where there would be incentives around tanking and whatever, you know? So I don't want to put that into place. So yeah, Masters is the only one with a prize pool, but Challengers does feed into Masters, so you can win Challengers and get a shot to win in Masters. All right, 2 ready players for game 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So I don't think anybody in the community would really do that, but just to be 100% sure, we want to take away any incentive for someone to purposefully sandbag their qualifier. It would just be, we'll just leave that option off the table. Heist, I don't know, I shouldn't be interacting with chat. Heist asks, what about the ELO caps that were gonna be implemented like a year ago? First of all, nobody said gonna be, okay? We were toying with the idea. But, there's been a little bit of instability in the ELO world, and I don't know. I'm still not 100% sold on ELO being a factor for folks being seeded into CTM. So I'm just going to use but I would say there's a potential there could be a change to the qualifying system. I think we've hit an inflection point with, folks being able to roll and past the kill screen and just score infinitely. So I think, there's an additional luck element or a lot more volatility that's been introduced in what people can get as qualifiers. We might have to do something to mitigate that, but I haven't thought too much about it, but I would not be surprised. Launch Core with the 6969 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much, Launch Core. 121 for Huff. Uncover, nice burn to uncover the right side. Noodle with gaps down the bottom. And he's going to try to take all that down with one Tetris, but instead keeps building on top of it. So let's see if he's going to just play a couple rows dirty. Maybe just try to find an efficient down stack for this. He's going to get a Tetris 2 rows off. Huff at 150, Noodle at 153. Fly Heck, what's up? People love their... It's so stupid. This number. Very immature. But appreciated. So yes, thank you for the hefty contribution. Launch Core. All right, 200,000 for Huff. Somehow, miraculously, Noodle still in the lead after all that trouble. Thanks so much, Launch Core. All right, 253 for Huff. Noodle, 257. Noodle setting up center well dirty. He's going to get it. And he's going to take one piece transition the well over to the right side, or one line transition. There it is. It occurs to me we shouldn't say transition the well when we already have a canonical term or canonical usage of the word transitions. We should probably say something like shift the well over instead of transition the well, or transfer. Transfer is the word? Transfer. There it is. I've just made up words. It is. There already is a word. Transfer. All right. Yeah, I've got keto brain right now, so well transfer. Thank you. Someday I'll remember all the words for everything. Noodle setting up kind of an intentional T-tuck on the right side. The switcheroo. 377 Huffulufugus, 396 for the Noodle. Gorge. Yeah, did you see that that tribute in Wordle today to our own Gorge Lannis? So certainly Wordle now becoming aware of the classic Tetris community and recognizing some of our great personalities. So congratulations to you, Gorge Lannis. 424 for Huffulufugus, 444 for Noodle. Huff's going to get a Tetris. It's all right. If you haven't done your Wordle already, forget it. You're getting spoiled. It's going to be... we're promised Wordle spoilers. All right, 493 for Huff, 513. According to YouTube, only 30 people watch on Twitch, so it's not a spoiler for too many people. And 516 here for Noodle transition, which sounds good, but the board is very worrisome, and it's going to need to do something to clear this down without putting additional matter on the top here. And this is a tough transition board for Noodle. And Noodle's going to give up again. He's like, I cannot do this. And Noodle going to top out 524. Huff is good, and Huff gets the heart. Yeah, Wordle is a new word game. It's free to play, and you only get to play one puzzle per day. And it's something that sort of blew up around on Twitter. All right, anyway. All right, we got a couple of hover threes. Here we go. Game 4. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Gunter Tetris asks, duelist commentary when? Well, I am a duelist, sort of. Oh, Huff with that very intelligent tuck setup with the J in the window, using the Z to create a tuck opportunity, keep the stack efficient. Very nice way to use a Z piece. Well, I would say I would not call Plato a duelist. All right, 98,000 for Huff, 101 for Noodle. Oh man, see, this is not good for YouTube. I'm interacting with chat. They have no context. They can't see what I'm reacting to. They're gonna flip out. I mean, Plato is pretty, solidly an idealist. Real reality. Real reality is fundamentally mental, since the forms are concepts. Anyway, 189 for Hufflepuff is 152 for Noodle. All right, Noodle again with a messy board. So, yeah, it seems Noodle's been fighting just messy boards the entire time. At some point, we got to get an NES and a CRT over to Noodle. Pumpy Heart saying, can we put Twitch chat over the player boards maybe? Yeah, that's great. That would look great. And people would just say the best stuff. And we definitely want unmoderated Twitch chat right on the stream. Not in this community, my friend. All right, Huff 329, Noodle 262. All right, Tetris for Huff 351. Huff piling up boxes over on the left, setting himself up a little bit of a tuck situation, but no problem. Just going to rip long bars over to the left. Now he's got a good platform here for setting up tucks from the side. And there you go. So Huff at 377. 309 Noodle. Noodle is burned down to the bottom. Man, Huff really a little indecisive what to do with that T, though. That's going to set up a couple extra burns. But I guess, you know, if you're going to make a quote, mistake, then the best place to do it is on the right side, which is easier to deal with. Keep your left clean. All right, Huff set up with a T-spin. Oh my God, if he gets a T-spin, I don't want to miss it. Oh my God, there it is. YouTube loves it. It's a T-spin. And I saw it, and we all saw it. And I acknowledged it, and YouTube is going to be thrilled. Wow. Oh my God. You can hear YouTube, just the algorithm going crazy. 422 for Huffulufugus, 384 for Noodle. And Tetris for Noodle, and one for Huffulufugus. Dirty down the middle. And another dirty down the middle for Huffulufugus. So 469 Huff, 430 for Noodle. That's about a Tetris and 5/6. I can't talk ever since Invisalign. I really think I need, like, I don't know, speech therapy now. Like, I need to learn how to talk again. Oh my God, super tied right now, just 2,000 points separating these folks. Yeah, Huff Pumpy Heart already predicting what the comments for our next round of uploads will be. Hey, these guys were playing Tetris, and this guy was just talking about YouTube the entire time. All right, 548 transition Huff, 528 Noodle. Noodle setting up aggro, column 9 long bar. I always like those T burns here. Tetris for Noodle, 552, and Tetris Huffulufugus. All right, Huff's left side a little bit out of sorts, but shouldn't cost him too many burns. Does have a lead of about a Tetris. There's a Tetris for Noodle, though. And another one, so Noodle quickly into the lead while Huff is burning. All right, so Huff is back by a little less than one Tetris. A whole lot of green on the screen right now. There we go. Now into 22. Noodle trying to be efficient and setting up here. In so doing, might be setting up for a dirty. Where's that? If he gets a long bar, where's it going to go? Well, now it's going to have to go to the right. This is so tough for Noodle. Oh my God. And this is really tough. Oh, Huff's going to top out 649. I totally missed the top out. I was worried. Huff looked great. His board was great. I was focused on Noodle, But as it turns out, both are in the process of topping out, but Noodle just good enough. So we have a decider. Wow, there it is. Oh, that's a tiny decider. No way. This is Masters. This is a huge decider right here. The massive decider right here in your face. So there you go. Enjoy it. 2 players, hover 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris decider time. And Club Soda was one of the early players on Tetris Deathmatch way back in the day, early 2018. Geometry Girl with the Prime resub. Thank you so much. 3 months. Welcome to Club Blue. All right, a nail biter. Gunter says, not enough money to subscribe. Still waiting for the Shiba Inu to go to the moon. Well, let me tell you, we do. You can contribute some of that Dogecoin if you got it. If you just go to the About section of a monthly Tetris page on Twitch, there's a Dogecoin wallet address. So there you go. Snow Lily with the Prime resub. Thank you so much. All right, 59 here for Huff, 104 for Noodle. Huff finally going to open up the right side. And another Tetris here. The scam train is here. Level 1 hype train, 94%. Another Tetris for Huff, and he's now back neck and neck with Noodle. But Noodle finally gets a Tetris here. Set up again. All right, Huff with the last moment adjustments. Rubik's Cubey with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. And welcome, first time subscriber. 177 Huff, 220 for the Noodle. Whoops, sorry about that. Bumping the microphone, very unprofessional. All right, Noodle setup. And Noodle with a cover here and a few rows of garbage over that gap that's going to cost him a few burns. And more lines on top of the well, which will cost a few more burns. And Huff's going to use that opportunity to get into the lead. 245 Huff, 231 for the Noodle, halfway to transition. Now, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you know, Twitch aren't they owned? They are owned by Amazon, so they give you a little bit of a benefit. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you also get a free Twitch Prime subscription that you can hand out every month to a streamer of your choice. And, you know, what? Pokimane doesn't need it. Amaranth doesn't need it. SSS Sniper Wolf doesn't need it. Monthly Tetris needs it. So go ahead and feel free and empowered and welcomed to use your Twitch Prime sub here on Monthly Tetris. 347 for Huffulufugus, 351. All you gotta do is look for the subscribe button, and then when you click on it, it should give you the option to subscribe with Prime. That is free. Well, it's included anyway with your Prime sub. Huffulufugus with a little bit of a dicey situation over in columns 3, 4, and 5. Just a complicated series of gaps made more complicated by some of these placements. Noodle just continuing to drive forward. 421 for Noodle, 359 as Huff fights this dig. Plenty of time to dig it out, so there's no urgency. And of course, Huff has the ability to make up for missed points later on in the game. And Huff gonna survive this, it looks like. And yeah, Huff is finally happy for the first time. All right, little delayed Corian thing for Huff. And there it is. And Tetris for Huff, 393. Noodle still in great shape. Now, I mean, it's incredible survival from Huff. I mean, where if this were 2019, you'd be out of your mind. It wouldn't even be possible. People would be checking for splices. And even Josh Tolles, CTWC veteran, is impressed. Josh, you gonna take up rolling or what? It's a whole new thing, and even old people can do it. And by old, I mean older than, 16. All right, Huff's going to transition 448. Noodle's going to transition 538 and get a quick Tetris 562 here on 19. And this is it. Decider time. Pile of squares for Huffulufugus. Oh, kind of a dicey misdrop of that T for Huff, but he's going to do okay. And he's going to bring this back down. He's tired of fighting. $620 for Noodle, $489 for Huff. So we'll see what Huff can do. Tetris for Huff, 542, so back by 106,000 points. Noodle setting up center well, and bang, Tetris for Noodle. All right, Huff setting up again. Noodle's going to Tetris again. 731 Noodle, 575 for Huff, so about 156,000 point lead for Noodle. Now Noodle just going ham. And Tetris for Huff, that's right. Rollers nodding their heads. Noodle 822 here on 24, so Huff substantially behind, about 150,000. Noodle's had difficulty getting to the kill screen so far this match, but really it looks like he has a lot of momentum and just figured it all out. And Tetris for Noodle, 887. Getting those pieces over. 895. Huff just trying to stay within shouting distance. Tetris for Huff, 752. There's one for Noodle, 961 here on 26. All right, misdrop on the left side for Noodle. That's going to slow some things down, but a Tetris there, 997 on 27. 819 for Huff, basically same lines, and now a complicated board for Noodle. He's got the max out here on 27. And a misdrop for Huff. Needs to clutch this out somehow. Gets that long bar over left and the S piece to the left. Now has a clean board on 28. Noodle still just kind of burning here. Wasted most of 28 without a Tetris. Misdrop of the T. Tetris for Huff. Needs to get this down. Can't get pieces over. And Huff is going to top out. And Noodle coming in as the 14th seed. And taking out Huffulufugus in round 1. GG's Noodle. Let me give you that heart. You earned it. Holy mackerel. And he's not even rolling. ToxicFem69, thanks for the 100 bits. So there you go. That was some Tetris. Noodle clutching this out. Well, there you go. Huffulufugus, hope to see you again in future Classic Tetris Monthly Masters events. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.